This is More Knowledge, More Wealth with your host, Gabriel Shahin. Gabriel is a certified financial planner and a registered investment advisor at Falcon Wealth Planning. This show does not intend to provide personalized investment advice through this broadcast and does not represent that the services or securities discussed are suitable for any investor. Investors are advised not to rely on any information contained in the broadcast in the process of making a full informed investment decision. Now here's your host, Gabriel Shahin.
Good day. This is Gabriel Shahin, certified financial planner and your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth here on every weekend, talking about all important topics of personal finance. My job is to go over the knowledge you need to increase your wealth. Now, to the listener, you can always reach out to myself or any one of our colleagues here at Falcon Wealth Planning. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird. Or visit our website at falconwealthplanning.com. That's falconwp.com for short, where you can go on our Knowledge Center, which gives you a direct link to YouTube, where we've had well over 1 million views, multiple videos that help answer the questions that you have. And if you want to put an inquiry so we can talk about it on the show or create a Knowledge Center video, please send your inquiry to radio@falconwp.com. That's radio@falconwp.com. And also you can go get this episode, any one of our previous episodes on Spotify, podcasts, you name it, folks. Now, I'm the president of Falcon Wealth Planning. We are a fee-only, non-commission, true fiduciary, folks. And we talk about all important topics of personal finance. That's where you are today, how retirement looks like, investments, estate planning, insurance, folks, you name it. Anything that involves a dollar sign, we can help you with. And we are offering 1 to 2 meetings, 1 to 2 hours of our time, folks, at no cost to help relate this show to your specific situation. And we have offices all across the country that we can help you with. Folks, give us a buzz. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird, where we can help answer those questions that you have to help with your financial situation.
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome. We are here in 2025. And here we are, yet again, new year, new promises, and new ambitions to have your resolutions for the new year. Now, I get it, right? How soon can we break these resolutions, right? Everybody wants to lose the 10 pounds. Everybody wants to be better. Everybody wants to be proactive. Everybody wants to continue to read books. I get it. But let's talk about something core that you just always need, not wants. With or without losing 10 pounds, you're going to be fine, right? If you don't read that extra book a year or one a month or one a week, you're going to be fine. But let's look at core elements of finance. And I want to start with what we make recommendations for the top 10 financial resolutions that you should be doing. I mean, I'm looking here. I just thought I would go on Google and see what CNBC says. It was one of the first ones out there. It says the 9 financial New Year's resolutions you should be doing, starting with number 1, save more. 2, improve credit score. Number 3, create a personalized budget. 4, pay off credit card debt. 5, pay my full credit card balance off each month. 6, track my credit card applications. 7, check my credit score more often. 8, check my credit reports often. Score and report. What is this? This is crazy. This is like all credit related. I mean, wow. I have to take a step back. Number 9, sign up for credit monitoring and identification, ID theft protection. Wowza. Okay, so looks like they're probably going to try to sell credit cards on this site. Alrighty, well, let's go to mine, the one that I like to recommend for our clients. And we're going to do this in 2 spots. These are my top 10, not 9. 9 doesn't sound good. 10 sounds right? All right. So the first one I like, let me see if they did that. I don't even want to compare. That was a dumb list that just seemed to be solely focused on, to me at least, solely focused on credit applications. So let's do this. So the first one I like, and I make this recommendation every time, but we're going to switch it up for a New Year's resolution. The first one for a New Year's resolution should be just to save more. This isn't earth-shattering, but here's what bothers me with lists. Obviously, we know to save more, but how can we save more? Here's my recommendation, is in January every year, save in your 401k an extra 1%. If you make $50,000 a year, that's an extra $500 a year. Now, if you get paid once a month, that's an extra $50 a month. If you get paid twice a month, that's $25 a month. You can handle it. You can find a way to cancel one subscription or to look through your list of expenses and find a way to save $25. And here's the thing. Look at your last raise. Your last raise, you never got the money anyway. You never had it and put it in your pocket, right? So how about the time when you get a raise, you take half that raise, not even the full amount, half that raise, and save it towards your 401k. If you're making 50 grand a year, now you're making 55,000, save half of it. That's $2,500. That's, by the way, 5% increase, not the one that I'm saying here to save more. So it can be done. I don't care if you're making 100,000 or a million. I don't care if you're maxing out your 401k. Start doing backdoor Roth IRA contributions, if applicable. Take it a step further. Start saving into a brokerage account. You have an unlimited amount of money you can save in there. Those should be core ways of how you should be saving and investing. Number 2 is consolidate your credit cards. Why do you have so many of them? Even if you see these balance transfers that cost 3, 4, 5%, and they'll give you 18, 21 months, some of them 24 months zero interest. It's okay to pay the balance transfer fee. But consolidate it. You should not be paying 20% plus 30% off for credit card debt. That's insanity. Take advantage of consolidation. And hopefully your credit is good enough. If you're listening to a show about personal finance, you're probably doing pretty well because you're always trying to better your situation. I don't care if you keep, it's going to bang my credit. I don't care about that. You need your credit to be in a better situation. So take a credit card out, get their zero interest for 12 to 14 to 18 to 24 months. I would rather do that than rewards because think about it. If you have $10,000 balance on there at 20%, at 30%, what is that? $2,000 to $3,000 a year just in interest charges. Are they giving you $2,000 to $3,000 in rewards? No. Find the card that gives you the best balance transfer and do it. I see people so many times not doing something like this because they're worried to open another credit card that would hurt their credit. Crazy. It's going to help your credit by consolidating it and you being able to pay it off faster because you're saving on those interest rates. And oh, by the way, you have multiple department store credit cards out there. Those are the ones. Those are B-level tier creditors, and that will hurt your credit. Number 3, here's one of my favorite ones, is just create a budget. Like seriously, a budget is not a bad thing. Like, hun, you spent way too much at the department store or at Costco. You said you were going in for some toilet paper and you left with a $700 bill. It's not that. It's just to see what you spend money on because then you really take a look and say, sweetie, we're spending $2,000 a month on Costco? And you got to just take a step back. Do we really need... Let's itemize and see what's going on there. These are especially important, not just to save money for sake of saving money. These are for people who are not on track for retirement, who struggle to max out their retirement accounts. You should be saving and saving and saving. You want to be able to maintain your lifestyle in retirement. But sometimes you need that one step back for infinite steps forward. So creating a budget helps to see where are you spending your money. And if you want that bigger house, see if you're able to afford it. Have that extra money. Cut down on some current spending that you have right now. If one of the spouses wants to stop working, maybe you take care of the kids. I get that. Well, you better be saving 100% of that spouse's salary, have it left over. So there are certain concepts that you need to be made aware of. So creating a budget is huge. By the way, folks, if you're just joining me, you're listening to Gabriel Shahin, Certified Financial Planner, and your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth, here on every weekend, talking about all important topics of personal finance. So we're going to do the top 10 New Year's resolutions, right? It's 2025. Everybody's feeling great. Hopefully you're not too hungover and you are able to enjoy. But number 4 is paying off your credit card, starting with the easiest one. So you might have, now listen, if you have a zero interest credit card with a $2,000 balance versus a 30% credit card at a $5,000 balance, like I wouldn't pay off the zero interest, right? So please use your sense here, your logic. So, but if you do have a credit card that's maybe at 18% and one at 28% and one that you could pay off and just be done and cut it up that has a $1,500 balance and the other one has a $15,000 balance, just go ahead and attack that smaller credit card. It's going to feel a sense of just victory psychologically. Actually, Dave Ramsey calls it the snowball effect, that you'll just feel that much better about yourself. So definitely look to start paying off credit cards. Now, this could also be potentially a car loan. So if you have a car loan, now most car loans are typically under 3-4%, nothing aggressive to pay that off on. But it may make sense if you have $5,000 left and those payments are $600 a month, to hurry up and try to pay that off, to save that $600 a month so you can start aggressively looking to pay down credit cards. So that can also make sense there. But starting with the easiest is always crucial. Number 5 is create an emergency fund. You know how much you spend. You really do. And if you don't, well, look at your savings. If it's going up, you have money left over. If you have credit cards and those balances are going up, you're spending more than you're bringing in, right? So by being able to build an emergency fund, it should be no less than 3 months of cash reserves. Truly. Now, I heard a few conversations about this of, do you even need an emergency fund if you have a brokerage account? What does that mean? Well, if you have $500,000 in a brokerage account, whether it's in the S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow, large cap, mid cap, small cap, international, whatever, individual stocks, technically you have money at any time that you could sell and pay it off. But what if the markets drop? Now you're selling low. Well, there are sophisticated clients where it could make sense for you just to enable a margin account. That way you don't have the timing risk in that. Do I still think you should have emergency funds? Yes, because what if you truly need cash right then and there? Well, you have to sell the stock, wait for it to settle, and then it transfers over. Could take a day. Well, what if that day falls on a Saturday and all of a sudden Monday is New Year's Day and you don't get it until it could be 4 or 5 days before you get the money. Margin account can help instantly where you can send that out and you'll be fine. So that's number 1. Number 2 is some people say you should have a home equity line of credit. By having one at all times, I would challenge you. When you talk emergency fund, it's not just having 3, 6, 9 months of cash reserves. For a business owner, you might want 1 to 2 years of cash reserves because you might, not only would the business drop, but now your income is out there. You could be losing money. There's a reason business owners are some of the most wealthy people out there because they have the biggest risk. They pay their employees before they pay themselves. We can argue they have 1 to 2 years of cash reserve, maybe 3 years, depending on the volatility of their business. But a home equity line of credit costs you nothing to have. Assuming you have equity in your home, I would heavily recommend opening up a line of credit just so you have accessibility, availability, just in case an emergency comes up. You need to tap into something. And those rates are typically much lower than personal loans and lines and much lower than any type of credit card debt, assuming there's no promotional pricing. Those are the first 5 of the 10 New Year resolutions. Open it up, costs you nothing. You know, it's easy to get money when you don't need it. It's when you need money and all the credit card debts are higher, going up, your savings is going low. You think the bank's going to want to give you $100,000, $250,000, $500,000 line of credit? Probably not. It's easy to get money when you don't need money. Those are the first 5 New Year's resolutions. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after a few words. This is Gabriel Shahin, Certified Financial Planner and President of Falcon Wealth Planning. We wanted to offer you a free financial assessment for listening to the show so you can help relate it to your specific situation. We offer multiple services such as retirement planning, where you are today, how retirement looks like, talking about Social Security, real estate, planning, even if you own a business, talking about taxes, not just how to save money today, but also throughout retirement. Talk about investments, making sure you're avoiding those high fees, costs, commissions, and also estate planning and insurance, just making sure you're properly protected if, God forbid, something were to happen. And we're offering 1 to 2 meetings, 1 to 2 hours of our time at no cost. Give us a call. We would love to help. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird. Or visit our website at falconwealthplanning.com. That's falconwp.com for short, and fill out the form fill right there on our site. We would love to help you in your financial situation. We look forward to serving you. Welcome back, folks. This is Gabriel Shahin, Certified Financial Planner, and your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth here on every weekend. We are talking about all important topics of personal finance. And today we're talking about Happy New Year's. We want you guys to always focus on having a fantastic, healthy, prosperous new year. And we thought, why not focus on the top 10 advices that we can give you to start off with your financial New Year resolutions. We start off with number 1, to just save more money. We gave some examples there in the first segment. Number 2, consolidate your credit cards. Number 3, create a budget. Number 4, pay off credit cards. And number 5, work on an emergency fund, emergency savings, which isn't always just cash. This could be lines of credit, margin on your brokerage, and so on. So those are a little bit more sophisticated recommendations because people understand if you really need money, you can tap into lines of credit and debt. Sometimes debt can help that. Even if you have cash reserves, you don't want to always mistime the market. If you mistime the stock market, right? Well, now you're selling low. Well, if you have margin on it, it's a little bit easier. So yet again, maybe a little bit more designed for the sophisticated. But taking a step back, now looking at investing or looking to just look at the next 5 recommendations that we have. The first one, or number 6, first of this segment, number 6 of 10 is invest better, just like in general. And that is number 1, staying disciplined, to not freak out, taking a step back. Everybody got so sensitive during the COVID pandemic. I see it in people and family and friends, and in investing. People freak out so quickly in investing. So number 1, stay disciplined with that, right? That's how you invest better. But then again, what if you're buying a stock that's on the brink of bankruptcy? Well, you might want to start looking at investing in maybe boring stock, which is in the form of indices. Investing in an index like the S&P 500, like the Dow Jones, like NASDAQ, like going to, those are large companies. They're still medium-sized companies, small companies, international companies. Having diversification is important, as some of the biggest players, I'll go as far as saying almost all of the big players in the space, this could be BlackRock, this could be Vanguard, this could be Dimensional. There are so many, Spider, State Street. They all are saying international investments over the next 10 years will outperform U.S. investments. U.S. has been on a tear lately. It's kind of ironic because President Trump said what? That he's going to add all these tariffs. And wouldn't that hurt international? Well, let's not digress too much. Not always what's logical ends up playing out, right? So it doesn't make sense to make decisions, even though it's logical, because the market is smarter than everybody. So number 6, just invest better, stay disciplined, don't overreact, don't freak out. Just make sure you are staying disciplined in your approach. Number 7, I do talk about ways that you can improve your credit score. I do think that's important. I did talk about consolidated credit card, which was number 2, and number 4, which is pay off your credit card. But now I'm going to talk about improving your credit score. And you could do this by just not getting close to maxing out your credit card. That's like first and foremost. Number 2, you can actually just pay off your credit card every month. That's what I do. I haven't paid, I'm blessed, right? I haven't always been in a situation like this, but where I was able to pay off all my credit cards every single month. And by doing so, the best part about that, when you do that, is you are in fact earning credit. It's good for your credit. You're getting reward points. And listen, when savings accounts are 4 or 5%, and you have a credit card balance of $10,000 to $15,000, well, you're earning that extra $100+ a month just by using their money on interest in your savings account. So it does add up to do that, in addition to increasing your credit score. And just, so by the way, credit cards are great. They are good. They're bad for people who don't understand finance. But utilizing credit cards is a fantastic tool for you. And I know people say if it's not needed, then don't use it. But guys, it is a very important tool that, if used properly, can help improve you getting lower rates, getting higher lines, and being able to get preferred status at the banks, which actually even gives you additional benefits such as free checking accounts, free checks, free seek boxes, and so on. So improved credit score is crucial. And if you, like I said earlier, have to open up another credit card, that only lowers your rate for a period of time. And if they see you opening that credit card because you're doing bounce transfers to pay off 3 or 4 other credit cards, and then maybe closing 1 or 2 of those out, it's not a bad thing. Don't make the thought of it's going to lower my credit not have you make good financial decisions, please. Number 8. Now, this is an important one, and that is improve your financial literacy. It's huge. And that's, as I talked about number 7, there's a lot of uneducated people out there with money that don't do right things because they think it negatively affects them, which is just preposterous. It makes no sense. So financial literacy can be done, sure, reading books. More importantly, maybe you can listen to a really good podcast. I know one. It's called More Knowledge, More Wealth. Why don't you give that a shot? Give it a whirl. That could make a lot of sense for you. But truly, looking to improve your financial literacy is huge. And not following the advice what you see on social media. They give you a snippet, right? 1-minute snippet. And they're not giving you any disclosures of how things work. And most of the people that are trying to talk about these new great investment plans makes no sense, and they're trying to sell you a product. They're giving you 1% of it and leaving out 99%, which is why a lot of the state regulators truly dislike these insurance products. They have it on the beware, the warning, the watch list. These index universal life insurance policies, these whole life policies, heck, even annuities as well. You often see these pitched at free dinner seminars. So just be careful. Financial literacy is everything. I pray they bring this into our high schools and even colleges, where everybody has to understand the impact of interest rates, mortgages, and so on. So debt is good. Financial literacy is necessary, because by leveraging capital markets and investing and letting compound growth do its thing, why would you pay off a 2.5% mortgage when you can get, historically speaking, 10% plus in the stock market? And oh, by the way, that 2.5% is a write-off. So just financial literacy is everything. Please, and that is why some people always talk to a financial professional. So just be careful. By the way, folks, if you're just joining me, you're listening to Gabriel Shahin, Certified Financial Planner, and your host of More Knowledge, More Wealth here on every weekend. And we're talking about all important topics of personal finance. And we are talking about the 10 top New Year's resolution, financial New Year's resolutions that you should be looking to incorporate in your situation. All of them. I don't care. All of these are something that I'm not saying this from a biased approach, right? Are you really going to argue with save more? Consolidate any credit card debt, creating a budget, paying off your credit cards, starting with the easiest, especially if you're carrying balances, emergency fund. Oh, by the way, this could be margin on your brokerage account, enabling it, and having a home equity line of credit. Like, it makes sense. There's no argument you can give me where that is a bad idea, especially since they're free to have. You're looking at investing better, staying more disciplined, improving your credit score at number 7. And then number 8, improving your financial literacy. Look, even me as a professional, I take continuing education every single year. I go to conferences to learn and always be the best. What is the best version of yourself? Take a step back and reassess. Number 9, this one's an easy one, folks. Look to update your beneficiaries. Even myself, I had a 3rd child back in 2021. I didn't have my trust documents even talking about that 3rd child. So I just recently updated my estate plans. But all beneficiaries, we're talking at your IRAs, your 401ks, and even your brokerage accounts and bank accounts should all be updating beneficiary information. I've seen situations where somebody remarried, and then when they passed away, their money was left still to their ex-wife, their ex-spouse. I've seen it, folks, and it was terrible. So you want to be careful on things like that. This is why it's important to talk to your financial professional with this to make sure you're taking advantage of those updates. So look at them every single year. The last one, number 10, look for ways to make more money or save more money, whatever the case is. If you can't save any more, look to make more. This could be with the gig economy. This could be working on a Fiverr or an Upwork for skills that you maybe have, whether it's marketing, whether it's writing, whether it's technical, art, graphics, whatever. This could be working in Uber or Lyft. There are now multiple things that you could do to make extra money. Truly, folks, there are no excuses. If you have internet, you can make more money on the side. There are multiple jobs out there where they just require you to have internet, let alone a driving license. So you can look to utilize that. And let's just say, no, I don't want to do that. Then take a list, look at your credit card statement, your bank statement, and look for ways you can save money. It could be a service that you are no longer needing or using. This could be like your Disney Plus. This could be like your Netflix. This could be like your Prime, Amazon Prime, which I feel like everybody uses that, but you get what I'm saying? Find ways that you could save money. It could be huge. Or let's just say you have a pool person. You could do your pool for probably 1/10 of the cost. You could mow your own yard. So by paying for convenient services for people who don't have money, you don't get to have that luxury if you can't afford it. So consistently look to get yourself into a better financial situation. That was a fast show, folks. I want to thank you for tuning in with us this weekend. You can always reach out to myself or any one of our colleagues here at Falcon Wealth Planning. Our phone number is 855-963-2526. That's 855-96-FALCON, like the bird. Or visit our website at falconwealthplanning.com. That's falconwp.com for short, where you can go and visit our Knowledge Center, which redirects you to YouTube. We have over 1 million views, folks. And if you want us to discuss anything on YouTube, on the show, whatever, send your inquiry to radio@falconwp.com. That's radio@falconwp.com. And if you want this episode, any one of our previous episodes, you can go on podcast, Spotify. We have them all there. And folks, we want to thank you for your trust. We want you to feel free and feel comfortable to reach out with any questions that you have.